where the waves thunder and the storms cry, where the breakers crash and the salt water whirls. That is where the place that is ours rises from the sea, the legacy that passes from father to son. Lennart Albinson, Ruramansa. The sea has given, and the sea has taken away. Who flies there in the feather harbour? Who climbs up there out of the black, shining waters? Gunnar Ekelöf, Tjarven. Sea buckthorn. 3,000 years ago, Damara was nothing but a large, flat rock sticking up out of the water, crowned by an erratic boulder the ice had left behind. 1 nautical mile to the east, it was possible to glimpse the round shape that would later rise out of the sea and be given the name Gueverstein. Apart from that, there was nothing. It would be another 1,000 years before the surrounding islets and islands dared to poke their heads above the water, beginning the formation of the archipelago that goes under the name of Damara Archipelago today. By that time, the sea buckthorn had already arrived on Damara. Down below the enormous block left by the ice, a shoreline had formed. There in the scree, the sea buckthorn worked its way along with its creeping roots, the hardy shrub finding nourishment in the rotting seaweed, growing where there was nothing to grow in, clinging to the rocks. Sea buckthorn, toughest of the tough. And the sea buckthorn produced new roots, crept up over the water's edge, and grew on the slopes until a metallic green border surrounded the uninhabited shores of Damara like a fringe. Birds snatched the fiery yellow berries that tasted of bitter oranges and flew with them to other islands, spreading the gospel of the sea buckthorn to new shores. And within a few 100 years, the green fringe could be seen in all directions. But the sea buckthorn was preparing its own destruction. The humus formed by its rotting leaves was richer than anything the stony shores could offer, and the alder saw its chance. It set its seeds in the mulch left by the sea buckthorn, and it grew stronger and stronger. The sea buckthorn was unable to tolerate either the nitrogen-rich soil produced by the alder or the shade from its leaves, and it withdrew down towards the water. With the alder came other plants that needed a higher level of nutrition, competing for the available space. The sea buckthorn was relegated to a shoreline that grew far too slowly, just 0.5 meter in 100 years.